GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium for more than a half-century. The home of the Kansas City Chiefs. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Green Bay Packers and the Kansas City Chiefs. The veteran Brandon McManus ready to kick this one off. And off we go here at Arrowhead. And he will get cut down short, shy of the 20-yard line.
Chiefs make their first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Yellow! Yellow, yellow! I've got blue lane! Hero 15! Hey, 57, color, 57.
Throwing right away is Mahomes. He's going to test this secondary right away. And that ball out of reach toward the sideline. It'll be an incompletion. He was trying to get it to Xavier Worthy there. And it'll be second down. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. Flush to his right. And they're going to mark him down right at the 30-yard line. Give him 11 on the scramble. And give them a new set down. So, first and 10 now from the 30.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Play fake. Now it's Mahomes. Open man downfield is Brown. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. A pickup of 21 on that connection. First down, KC.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Now the first carry for the Rutgers Scarlet Knight, Isaiah Pacheco. He's going to be taken down at about the 30. That's another first down, another big play. The defense has some issues. Gain of 18.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
He'll stay on the ground and stay with Pacheco. He'll report a short gain to the 25. Way Walker, the linebacker, on the tackle.
Brings up second down.
Second and 5. Now Mahomes gives it to Pacheco. He's going nowhere. Losing yardage on that play.
Well, nothing doing here, and I think you can see pretty early on that while he's trying to remain patient and see if a hole pops, it's just too slow of a developing play. He never gets into the teeth of the defense at all and ends up being taken down for a loss.
7th play of this opening drive, and here's third down. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. Got his man at the 6. And he'll take it on in. Rashee Rice. Touchdown, KC. Exactly the way they scripted this one. A beautiful opening drive, Greg. Able to find the end zone on the game's first possession.
And, Mike, the word that comes to mind looking at that drive is execution, and that's exactly what they talked about all week long. They wanted to come out early in this game and establish an early rhythm, and that's exactly what they did with that touchdown drive.
That's the score. Chiefs 7. Packers nothing.
Is our score as this kick is sent into the air. A dangerous Mecole Hardman on the return. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Okay, ready? Ready.
Play clock down to 0. That is not the way to start a drive. Love to throw it on 1st down. Here's a screen taken in by Jacobs. And this play going nowhere. He is taken down behind the line of scrimmage on their first play of the game.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
And he is out of bounds, but not until he's inside the 40-yard line. It is a big-time play for the Packers. It's a gain of 34. On 1st down, it's Love. That complete to Jacobs. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. His second catch of the drive, this one good for 15 and a 1st down.
That's already 2 catches for this guy, and we haven't even seen him hand the ball to him yet, and that's really what these running backs have become in the league. They're really just all-around weapons, and if the ground game's not working, you can go to the air, and vice versa. The more times this guy touches the ball, the better it is for this offense.
Here we go, here we go. 45, White, ready?
Now the first carry of the game for Josh Jacobs. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
Down. 33, 10.
On 2nd down, Love. This one complete. Right side, it's Watson. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
We begin quarter number 2. The Packers have the football, and they've got it with 3rd and 6 coming up.
Black 40.
From the gun, it's Love. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down. Jordan Karlaftis, the former Boilermaker, in there for the sack.
impressive play by the defensive end here, Mike. It's his technique. It put him in position to not only make the play, but it's that closing speed that's allowed him to finish it off.
Brandon McManus and the field goal unit come on. This one from 43 yards away. McManus's kick is good. And the Packers are on the board. It's 7-3.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
It's Xavier Worthy on the return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
First down throw, Mahomes. Looking middle, and he's got Brown. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. They get 13 to begin the drive. It's a first down.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the first down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can draw up all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop.
At the 44-yard line, 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 8.
43!
From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, just ends up being a wasted down.
They need 8 as they come up for 3rd down. Now Mahomes. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is 4th down.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring 4th down right in the face.
To return, it's Nixon. And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up.
At their own 17-yard line.
Let's go now. Trouble, 38. Red, 38. Check, huh?
On play action, Love. Nowhere to go. He is taken down. George Karlaftis. He's in for the sack. It's going to be a loss of 8 to begin the drive.
When you can win so fast as an edge rusher, you put so much pressure on the quarterback to speed everything up. he can sense that pressure coming either from his front or backside. It either speeds up and leads to an errant throw, or in this case, it leads to a sack.
And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
So often, sacks, especially on first down, can be drive killers. But their ability here to take this from second and long to third and short, they've got a really good opportunity here, Mike. If they don't get it on third, don't be surprised if they go for it on fourth.
They'll empty out the backfield as they come up for third and a yard. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. Pass caught right side by Kraft. And it looks like he's going to have the first down. The defense was right there, but a gain of 2. Good enough for the first down.
Really just comes down to everybody understanding the situation. You realize how many yards do I need to get for the first down, and just make sure at least one of my receivers is past the sticks. That's where he went with the ball, and they're able to convert.
And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
Ready?
Couple of first downs to start this drive. They're 1st and 10, up at the 42.
Ready.
Off the play fake. Here's Love. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete. Christian Watson, the intended receiver. And that will lead to a second down.
And they got the look they were hoping for, one-on-one on the outside. He's just unable to hold on to it through contact, and I think that was a big opportunity missed.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10.
Come on, set. Yellow, 43.
To throw is Love. Pressure gets there, and down he goes. George Karlaftis in for the sack. It is a loss of 8, and now it's 3rd down.
Here we go, set. 52 blue. Red, yellow. Set.
Now Love. That's to Reed. He's got it. It'll be taken down, but it takes them across midfield down to the 40-yard line. The Packers go ahead and use the first of their timeouts.
That's about as big time as you get. There's a saying, Mike, that you really judge your quarterback by his ability to operate, not only on third down, but what they call third and pass, meaning it's such a long down and distance, they have no choice but to air the ball out. And when you can convert third downs at that distance, chances are you got a pretty big-time quarterback.
They'll run out of the gun with Jacobs. They managed to get 2, maybe 3 on that carry. Drew Tranquil up to make the tackle.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 37-yard line.
2nd and 7. Love to throw. That one too far out in front to be brought in, and it's incomplete. Josh Jacobs was the intended receiver. Now it's going to be 3rd down.
All right, so the ball falls incomplete, but I think what it does now, Mike, is it allows you to stop the clock, get in the huddle, take a deep breath, and now your play caller has to give you the best play. Go get points here before the half and try to build something going into halftime.
That's caught. Left side. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, inside the 20. That one good for 18 yards, and to the 18-yard line. So they move inside the 20, 1st and 10 at the 18. We'll go play action with Love. He'll get this out to his running back. And he will score! Josh Jacobs. Touchdown, Packers.
Now, remember back, Mike, their first drive, they had to settle for 3. So they definitely didn't want to have to do that again. So really solid drive from start to end, and they're finally able to cap it off with a touchdown.
Extra point by McManus, up and good. And the Packers are on top. It's now 10-7. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. Here comes Worthy to return. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30.
At their own 29-yard line.
43, yellow.
On 1st and 10, it's Mahomes. One knocked away, and it's incomplete.
And the defender does such a good job, Mike, not only putting himself in position to make the play, but how often do we see guys that are there and they just can't quite make it? In this case, he's there, knocks the ball down, really nice play.
2nd and 10.
15. Fight on these two. Arzelati! Hey, yo, go.
To throw is Mahomes. He's going to let this one go for Worthy. And the ball out of the reach of the receiver. Ball's incomplete.
I'll tell you what, Mike, with this guy's speed, he's not an easy target to overthrow. So that's one of those where they're telling this quarterback, throw it with everything you got. Just lay it out there. And more times than not, he's going to run under it. But in this case, just a little bit too much on it. He winds up overshooting his man.
On 3rd down, Mahomes. And that is incomplete.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
Oh, the coverage was great. They gave him no room to operate and made him pay for catching the ball.
At their own 26-yard line.
Ready. Yellow, 43.
Love to throw on 1st and 10. Moving outside the pocket, and that is incomplete. One final chance does not work out. Time has expired. The first half has come to an end. Three points, all that separates these two sides as half number 2 kicks off. For the return, it's Keyshawn Nixon. He'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10.
Let's go. Ready.
They'll start on the ground with Jacobs. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down.
A 9-yard pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
Ready.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
It's possible they could have tried to be a little bit more aggressive on 2nd down, knowing they had 3rd and inches in their back pocket. But I don't think anyone's going to complain. Pick up the 1st down, extend the drive, see if you can go score.
Ready.
Once again, it's Jacobs. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11.
Down. Black 40. Check, huh?
Now Love. A pass taken in by Watson. And he will go all the way. Christian Watson. Touchdown, Green Bay. McManus on for the point after. He gets it to go, and the Packers will get out in front 17-7. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Here comes Worthy to return. He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
On 1st down, it's Mahomes. This one brought in by Brown. And he's taken down, but not until he gets to the 32-yard line. They get 11. And quick to pick up 1st down.
They do a really nice job of picking up the pressure, and that's what allows him to have the time to go through his entire progression. He sees his check down wide open, gets the ball into his hands, and he does the rest.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. Working the right side, taken in by Rice. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 45-yard line. He had their lone touchdown of the game earlier, and he comes through with the catch and a 1st down in this spot.
47-yard line.
Throwing from the gun, here's Patrick. They go right back to Rice. He's got it again. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down.
Another Kansas City Chiefs. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
A handoff to Pacheco. A gain of 4 as he's taken down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
From the 35, here's 2nd and 6. Throwing is Mahomes. A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And if they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one, he's going to have to get a lot better with the ball.
Mahomes going to throw here on 3rd down. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. That's catch 3 just on this drop. And it gets his team a 1st down.
Good for a Kansas City Chiefs. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Play action here. Mahomes, he'll be forced outright. Now he'll run it. And he'll somehow turn this into an impossible get out of bounds after a pickup of a yard.
Just getting anything out of that one, I think, is a positive. It looked like he might have to throw it away early. Instead, he pulls it down. He winds up picking up a yard.
On second down, Pacheco. And the woes in the running game continue. They're going to subtract yards there. A loss on the play.
Looked like that might have been a RPO, a run-pass option. The quarterback has the ability to put the ball in the belly of the running back or pull it on the pass. Looked like he might have been better off pulling that one because he handed it off, and there was nowhere for that running back to go.
He's got it at about the 8. And he's in! Rashee Rice. Touchdown, Kansas City. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Greg, sometimes we say it too often. That was an important drive. That one really felt important for them to edge a little bit closer.
Yeah, now the question is, Mike, the offense does their job, but can the defense get a stop? They've got to continue to get the ball back to their offense. Let them build on that previous drive because they've still got some work to do.
So, both teams trade touchdowns in that frame as we get through the end of the third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So they've cut into the lead. Now just a field goal behind as they kick it off. Hardman now to return it. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
Take over first down 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Love to throw it on first down. Here's a screen taken in by Jacobs. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
Come on, set.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. That's Drew Tranquil. In for the sack. It's a loss of 9 and sets up third down.
Big-time opportune sack there by the defense. Mike, they're right on the cusp of field goal range. You can't allow this to become a 2-possession ball game here in the fourth quarter. Massive third down coming up here. See if they can get off the field and get the ball back to their offense.
From the gun on third down, it's Love. He's going to go deep, looking for Reed.
When you get the ball in this situation, what you're looking to do is not only end the drive with a touchdown to put the game away, but you'd love to chew up some clock. So with that incomplete pass now likely putting an end to this series, that's a big opportunity for them to try to close this game out.
But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. Ooh, some hitting going on now. He was rocked right at the line of scrimmage.
So I think as you look back over the course of this game, it's really been the inability of this offense, Mike, to create any sort of balanced attack to get anything going. And whether you look at the rushing yards, whether you look at just the points scored, this offense has to find a way going forward to generate more big plays and more balance, both run and pass.
Looking middle, and he's got Brown. And he will finally be taken down inside the 10-yard line. It's a big play when they needed it the most. 33 yards.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
So the big play changes the complexion of things It's first and goal now from just inside the 10-yard line. Here's Mahomes. They'll set up the screen to Pacheco. And he gets out wide. He'll go to the end zone. Isaiah Pacheco. Touchdown, Chiefs. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that fourth quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big win?
So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown, time to kick it back the other way. Here's Nixon on the return. And that's well done by the kicking team. He's only able to make it past the 15-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
Set, hut, switch, yellow. 60 red. Ready.
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And they're going to mark him down right at the 30-yard line. A gain of 14. Good for a quick first down.
Nice job by them getting the back to the perimeter. Then he's able to get outside, stick his foot in the ground, and then get vertical. Right down the numbers. Those are the type of runs this offense wants to see more of going forward.
And he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's second down. So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. Now, on second and long.
Ready. 50, green.
Jacobs. And much more room to run on this one. Pickup of 8, and that'll bring up third down.
It's a gain of 8, and it brings up third down.
Let's go now. Ready.
They'll go with Jacobs. And he will have a Packers first down. Well, it didn't appear that he got it by much. He needed 4. He got 4 on third down.
And the ability to continue to sustain these drives and maintain possession, these third downs are so critical, Mike, because every time an offensive play caller gets a fresh set of downs to work with, there's just more opportunities to continue to try to strike deep and go to score.
They'll keep it on the ground. Down the sideline, past the 45. And they get him to the ground, but he's all the way down to the 35-yard line. Packers go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. Get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to go in this one. Final minute, still 2 timeouts remaining as we get to first and 10.
Red, 38. Ready.
Here's Jacobs. And he will not be able to turn upfield. They'll drop him behind the line.
Brought down back at the
They'll drop to throw. He'll go underneath to Jacobs. That's a timeout for Green Bay. It'll be their second, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in this one.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short game.
On the ready.
The crowd at Arrowhead roaring. Here's third down.
Set. Black, 95. Set.
From the gun, it's Love. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's fourth down.
They desperately needed that one, Mike. Down here late, they've only got a few remaining snaps to go, and it puts all of the pressure of the game now on fourth down. Let's see what play call they have in a gotta-have-it situation, and right now, this quarterback needs to make his best throw in the biggest moment of the game.
Now the Chiefs going to call the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this fourth quarter. A lot on the line here. Fourth down and 9.
Ready, ready. 45, 1. Hut, hut.
They'll go for it. Love. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. And he's going to have a Packers first down. They'll get the conversion. It's a gain of 14.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
Pressure time, no timeouts to stop the clock as they get set here for a big first down.
60 red. 60 red. Ready?
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. And this is a touchdown! They were not going to be denied, and they have taken the lead here in the final minute of play.
What separates the really good quarterbacks from everybody else in the National Football League, Mike, is not only ability to process, but the ability to process quickly under pressure. And I think that's exactly the case here. He's able to go through his progression, find his target in the end zone, and then deliver that ball on time, accurately, and the result is a touchdown.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. That ball going to hop into the end zone. It's a touchback that will come out to the 20-yard line. Here's first down. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. Oh, and the pressure there. He can't get a throwaway, and he's taken down. Now KC going to use the second of their timeouts. They get it with 19 seconds left on the clock. On second down, Mahomes. Open man downfield, it's Rice. They're going to get this all the way up close to the 40-yard line.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right third. I mean, that takes a lot of time. Let's give a lot of credit to the big guys up front.
Here's Patrick. He'll throw it on first down. Now a deep ball looking for Brown. That is incomplete, so the task gets more difficult. Time for maybe 2 plays. That's it. They'll try again here. It's second and 10.
down these two. Tie down these two.
To throw is Mahomes. That'll be incomplete. And now we are down to likely just one more play.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
This one, a deep shot for Rice. And the Packers are going to come up with a late turnover, but it will only matter to the stat keepers. This ball game is over. So, it's a win here for the visiting Packers. What a finish to this one. The defense comes up with the interception in clutch time to seal it on the final play, and the defense walks off the field with the victory for their team.
I give it all away. You're like my reason for life when my dreams seem so far away. You give me all that I don't fade. I don't wanna go to war. You don't wanna give me peace. I can never leave you alone, even when I'm overseas. If I gotta do a show, you coming with me. Baby girl, you a prime time. I don't care if everybody see. Couple weeks I had to leave, now coming back off road. Tell me you love me, and tell me you love me, and tell me you love me, and don't let me go. Tell me you love me, and tell me you love me, and tell me you love me, and don't let me go.
Nobody, and I don't care about the rest. You're mine. Nobody, and all is taking all this time. You're mine.
Tell me you love me, but no one above me, even when it's ugly and money get low. Trust me, even when it's one thing right after the other, the nerve of these. Miss me, I know it's been 15 long days since I've been away. Tell me you waiting at home with the baby and tell her that daddy's so proud of the way. She teaching her mama and daddy to be more like kids and still handle the biz on the road. Cause I got a dream that I never could sing and say. Excited to see where it goes. I love the environment I could provide you with just off of writing about you in these songs. You taking me higher, no need for a lighter. The spark of my fire inspired this poem. Come.
Couple weeks I had to leave, now coming back off road. Tell me you love me, and tell me you love me, and tell me you love me, and don't let me go.
Nobody, and I don't care about the rest. You're mine. Nobody, and all is taking all this time. You're mine.
I'm just a wild little beast. Lord, how I gave my parents fits. Tried so hard to raise me right, but I was born to run the night. Daddy took me hunting when I was a kid. Wouldn't believe what the hell I did. He said, boy, hold this. Told my cousin, you better run. Last time he poked fun at me, got my with a tree.